Wishing you a very good morning, students. Myself, Mrs. Geeta, Assistant Professor, EC Department of RCT. So, in this session, we will be seeing about the value-added course that has been conducted on embedded and IoT. So, first thing we can see some introduction to embedded system as well as IoT. So, on this upcoming complete video, we will be covering various topics such as what is embedded system and what is the unique thing that we can go for choosing this particular embedded system, as well as we can go for seeing the applications with real-time example, 2 examples, and how this embedded system companies are working in Egypt. And next we can see about the comparison of microprocessor versus microcontroller, and then what does it do and what are the various versions of Arduino as well as the Arduino layout. Coming to the introduction about IoT, let's see what is IoT and how IoT is used in connecting people with things, and what are the various applications of IoT, as well as evolution of World Wide Web and various names with one concept. So first, coming to the point, what is an embedded system? So whenever we hear this name embedded, we know something is getting embedded. That is, it is a combination of hardware and software which forms a component of a larger machine. So this particular thing is called as embedded system. So what is unique about this particular embedded system is we can go for designing it for a specific task. Next thing is it will be running on its own without human intervention. That is, there is no need for human involvement. We can go for just embedding two hardware and software systems together that can be inbuilt, and we can go for running that particular system. Next one is it is subjected to real-time performance constraint that must be met. So these are the 3 unique things that we can go for choosing this particular embedded system. Okay, so these are the unique things that we can go for choosing in embedded systems. So next, let's see some real-time examples as well as the applications. So first, coming to the real-time application based on industrial robots and then GPS receivers. These are all few examples of embedded system applications. You can see for using digital cameras, DVD players, which are used in our real-time applications, as well as wireless router, which we can say it is a very good example of embedded application, as well as MP3 players, set-top boxes, gaming consoles, photocopiers and microwave ovens. These are very good examples of embedded system applications. Let's see in detail about a particular example. We can see a fridge, that is we will be having compressor control, alarm display, embedded system computer. So here we will be having human interaction as well as the software or the inbuilt display, as well as the temperature sensor. All those things will be software types which are being inbuilt within that particular system. So that is, human interaction is between the hardware as well as the software. So this is one very good example of IoT system. So another one basic example that we are using in our day-to-day life is car. So when coming to this automotive system, today let's see some embedded system companies in Egypt. So here we are having various companies that we are there where embedded is playing a major role, like companies Ave Labs, Valveo, Graphics. So Graphics, it is one of the topmost company where the embedded plays a major role, as well as Bright Skies, Orange Labs, Accelera and Elsbury Electric. So these are various companies where embedded system is playing a major role. So now let's see what is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. So first we can see what is microprocessor. What is microprocessor? Which is nothing but we will be having only a CPU inside them in one of few integrated circuits. So for example, we can say that like RAM, ROM or other peripheral devices. So these are particularly dependent on external circuits of peripherals to work. So we can see in the flowchart that is given in the PPT, that is microprocessor, processor, ALU register, as well as we will be having timers, RAM, ROM, serial communication and input output ports. So these are the various examples of microprocessors. So you can see how it works. Next thing is microcontroller. So what is microcontroller? Microcontroller is nothing but it is basically a chip that is present in the computer. So it will be differing from normal desktop or laptop computer. That microcontroller is a specific application that we can go for running a single program that performs a dedicated stuff, while the later will be having general purpose and that can run numerous programs depending upon the user's needs. So that is if you want to run a various program, then we can go for using the different needs, that is according to our needs we can go for defining this particular microcontroller in various types. So it mainly consists of a chip CPU and then input output interface, memory, clock, timer and assortment of the other peripherals. So this is how a microcontroller works. So next thing is Arduino. I hope you all might have heard about this particular word Arduino. What is Arduino? Arduino is nothing but it is an open source platform where we can go for building the electronics projects. So in this particular Arduino we are using both microcontroller as well as software. So we can say that it is an embedded system since we are going for using both hardware and software that is being inbuilt in a single chip. So this, in other words, it can be called as IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment, that runs on your computer, and this particular thing can be used to write or upload a computer code to the physical board. So next thing is we can see how Arduino works. So here we will be having hardware as well as software as I told in the previous slide. So this is designed by artists or either designer or hobbyists or hackers or newbies. Newbies is nothing but whoever is new to technology or anyone who is interested in creating this particular interactive objects or environments. So here you can see in the PPT they have given us Arduino can interact with buttons or LEDs or motors, speakers, GPU units, cameras, internets and even smartphone or your TV system. So all these applications that you are using in your daily life will be having a Arduino hardware and software that is built within that particular system. So you can see in the PPT there are various versions of Arduino. So each and every versions they will be having specific particular applications. So in whatever applications we require this particular Arduino, we can going for choosing and we can apply in that application. So this is Arduino UNO layout. This is power button and then USB where you can connect this particular chip to the computer, and then we will be having a reset button and power analog inputs as well as a digital output. So analog inputs and digital outputs, you know, everyone is very familiar and to this terms analog and digital. So coming to IoT. So what is IoT? IoT is nothing but it is a networks of physical objects, devices, vehicles, buildings and other items embedded with electronic software, sensor and network connectivity in terms which will be enabling the object to collect and exchange the data. So you can see in the flow chart that is IoT is anything, any place, anywhere, that we can go for accessing any this particular thing at any place and at anywhere at time. At the same time, you can go for any time, any context, anything, any devices, anyone, anybody, any path, any network, any servers, any business. All these in terms are confined within a single world called as the Internet of Things. So this is used and plays a major role in the world. So you can see in the flow chart people connecting with things. So how are these IoT that can be used in terms of humans? So we can go for using various sensors like ECG sensor, motion sensor, and then so you can see in the diagram motion sensor is nothing but it will be used to track in what motion we are moving towards or backwards or frontwards or however we are moving, that particular thing will be captured by this particular motion sensor, and that will be again given to the phone or any devices and which will be again given to internet and then it will be displayed at the output. So this is one good example of IoT. So let's see some more applications of IoT. So first thing is smart home. So we can say a good example for smart home is the smart home. We can go for saying it as fan. So where the fan can be controlled by using a button that we can hold within our hand. So that is one good example of smart home. Second thing is wearables. So when it comes to wearables, we can say it as wristwatch. So whenever we wear a watch, we can, that particular watch can be used to sense our heartbeat or how much steps we are walking. So steps tracking, as well as the sensors that or the body motions that we are doing within our body can be sensed by particular this wearables. Third one is smart city. Smart city in the sense for data communication, all those things we can go for using the smart city. Next one is smart grid. Smart grid in the sense it will be used for water flow or like electrical generations from water, all those things we can go for using smart grid. Next one is industrial internet. We can go for using this particular things in industries. And then connected cars, you can say like in toll gates nowadays they are using IoT applications. It will be used as a sensor, and we can go for moving that car by blocking that blockage. And next one is connected health. Connected health is nothing but as I told you, we can go for choosing the heart rate or blood pressure. All those things can be measured by this particular IoT application. Next one is smart retail. So whenever we go to a shop, we used to purchase things, and all those things can be paid. Usually it was before, it was like it can be paid only by cash, but nowadays it's like we can go for using any smart systems like phone pay or a debit card or credit card or whatever it is, we can go for paying that. Next thing is smart supply chain. Smart supply chain in the sense like example, you can say delivery of things from one place to another place, all those things. And finally, for smart farming also we are using. So you can also see the overall popularity, how much percentage it is being used. But we can say that in the upcoming days, all these applications will be playing a major role, and the scores of this particular things will be increased, since IoT has a major role in the upcoming. So next one is evolution of World Wide Web. So evolution of World Wide Web is in the sense pre-internet, and then internet of content, internet of services, internet of people, and then internet of things. First thing is human to human. So before internet, that is just we will be having fixed or mobile telephony. We can send only SMS, that is there won't be any there won't be any stickers or graphical user interface, there won't be that. That is pre-interface. Next one is internet of content. So it was just slightly updation was created, that is www, email, information, entertainment, all those things. And then web 2.0 was created, where it was playing a major role like e-productivity, e-commerce. And then it came to social media. So these particular things, Skype, Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, whatever it is, it will be coming under social media. And then machine to machine in the sense identifying, tracking, monitoring, metering, acquisition, payment, all those things will be taken under machine to machine. So here this particular 4 uses can be classified as internet of content, internet of service, internet of people, and then internet of things. All these things together can form the evolution of World Wide Web. So this is how it works. Between this internet and content and internet of service, we can call it as smart IT platforms and services, whereas this internet of services and internet of people can be called as smartphones and applications. Similarly, internet of people and internet of things can be called as smart devices, objects, and data. So finally, machine to machine is called as smart plus data and context ambient. So next, coming to the point, various names and one concept. So this is called as machine to machine, internet of everything, like Cisco. Cisco is one of the best certification that you can learn for IoT. And then world size web, Bruce Banner, and then Skynet, Terminator movie. So these are few things that we can come under one concept, that is IoT, but with different name. So this is called as, this is how IoT works. So I hope you had an useful session watching this. Thanks for watching this video. If you have any comments or queries, you can drop down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Thank